Autism is not a disability? Hey guys, welcome back to the TheAspieWorld. My name is Dan. I have autism, ADHD, OCD, and dyslexia, and I make weekly videos on this type of content. So if you're new around here and you'd like to learn more, remember to hit that subscribe button by clicking the notification bell down below. And also, if you're watching over on Facebook, be sure to give this page a like and a follow to see more videos just like this one. Guys, before we get into today's video, I would just like to say that today's video is sponsored by Evo Pure CBD oil. This is the Flow broad spectrum CBD oil. This has 0% THC and 500 milligrams of CBD in this 10mm pipette. It's broad spectrum and it's terpene based CBD. Now, this one is carbon free, 100% natural, it's vegan, and it's made in the UK. Why would you take CBD? Basically, CBD is helpful for anxiety and other types of potential mental health issues like stress and other kinds of mental health issues that you may be experiencing. I take CBD a lot and it really does help. Now, if you want to get yourself a pipette of this CBD from Evo Pure, I will leave a link in the description below, and also I will have a discount code. You can get 10% off this exact CBD oil bottle if you use the code AW10, and you can go to evopure.co.uk/product-category/CBD-oils. Really good. I highly recommend it. This one is really nice and very smooth. I tried it and it's just, yeah, it's lovely. So thank you guys for sponsoring this video. Okay, on with the video. Guys, welcome back. What's going on? I wanted to do this video because people always ask that question, is autism a disability? And I wanted to cover this in this video because, like, oh my goodness, like, what are people doing? Anyway, before I dig deep into that, I just want to say that if you want to reach me on Instagram and Twitter, I do reach out to everybody who contacts me, and you can do that by following my socials down below, and my handles will be on the screen here somewhere. But anyway, let's get on with this video. So, do you know what? It's really annoying that sometimes people say that autism isn't a disability. Now, there's actually a few things that really kind of annoy me about this. Sometimes you have people who don't know that autism is a disability. So if you say, you know, if you're with somebody and they're on the autism spectrum and then somebody else joins and the person who's autistic, like myself, would be like, oh, I'm disabled. They'd be like, you're not disabled. And I'd be like, well, I've got autism. Oh, it's not a disability. It's like, what? You know, and people have this kind of like almost like they know better than you attitude about autism when they think that they know that it's not a disability. And it comes from a very ignorant perspective where you have people who see things as what they believe it to be. So they'll say like, oh, a disability always has to be a visible disability. And I'm thinking, well, what on earth does that mean? Like, you know, a wheelchair or something that they can actually see that's visible, where autism is typically known as a hidden disability or sometimes known as an invisible disability, which is why autism is classed as an invisible disability, that people have these sunflower lanyards, which I do have here somewhere. I think it's actually with my keys outside. So basically you put a sunflower lanyard on and you have this lanyard, and people who are trained in those stores and shops and public spaces will know that this person wearing this has a hidden disability. Although you may not visibly look disabled, they still have a disability and they still need help. Now, when people think of the word disability, they always think like a wheelchair. You know, the disability symbol is like a wheelchair symbol, which is kind of like, okay, yeah, there are a bunch of wheelchair users that are disabled because that's why they are wheelchair users. I get it. But not all disabilities are visible. And this is a big kind of boundary we're trying to push. Like, there's so many people who are ignorant of the fact that, you know, disabilities don't have to be visually represented. And it kind of like, that's going to change the way that we see disability, because it'll revolutionize how we access help, how people are treated, and how people can like see things. Like, I never judge anybody. I never go like, oh, that person looks absolutely fine, let's go and do whatever, you know, we'll talk to them and they'll be fine doing this, that, and the other. I always think that, oh, maybe we'll ask them or we'll do something, but we'll ask them if it's cool because maybe they have a hidden disability and maybe, you know, it'll impact their life in a way that I don't know. Maybe they've got PTSD or depression or whatever. You never know. So autism is a neurological disability. Now, neurological, it's neurodevelopmental, which means that it's ever, you know, growing with you. It's something you were born with. It's something you will die with. It's just about you. It's like you are the embodiment of what it is. And autism impacts, you know, a lot of people. 1 in 60 in the US and 1 in 100 in the United Kingdom, which is a large number of people. But it's still a large number of disabled people and should be treated as such. Now, a lot of people on the autism spectrum have like extreme anxiety about going to like stores stores and like parking. And I know for sure for us, go to the store, we have a huge issue where if we can't park anywhere and it's in our routine that we're going to go to that store at that time, then I get really freaked out, and then there's a potential meltdown that's going to happen. But you can actually apply for blue badge, disability badge for autistic people in the UK to get a disability badge on a car so they can use disability parking spaces, which is amazing because it's viewed as an official disability and it is treated as such, and it should be seen and viewed that way between everybody in the community and the wider community as a whole. Now, a lot of people don't understand this because I guess a lot of people don't understand autism. It's one of the reasons why I'm making this channel. It's one of the reasons why there are so many amazing advocates on here on YouTube, which I highly recommend you go and check them out. There's loads on here and I love each and every one of them. I think that autism on a whole does need to be remembered that it is a disability. When people think of disabilities, they have to think of the whole spectrum. They have to think of physical, visual disabilities right up to mental health, neurological and other disabilities, because let's face it, most people who have disabilities, you probably can't even see them. And it's kind of like saying that you wouldn't really think someone was disabled or a wheelchair user if they were sitting down at a desk in a chair. It would be only until they explained that they couldn't walk and they were a wheelchair user that you'd actually see the disability. But it's that kind of expression. It's like, well, do you have to wait for somebody to tell you that they're disabled in a way, or do you just kind of think like, I won't take what they're saying with a pinch of salt. I'll kind of listen to what they're saying and I'll treat everybody as an equal, and potentially everybody may have a disability. You just don't know that. And having that potential to reach out, have sympathy, have affinity for that, and just really think like, okay, I'm going to do my best to try and understand people would be amazing. But autism, I feel like gets the backhand slap from this situation. I feel like it's the most forgotten about kind of thing is in terms of disabilities, and it's the thing that people really don't talk about, and they don't talk about autism and disabilities together. And I do believe that autism is part of the Disabilities Act in the UK, which is a legal status as well, which is very, very good. But also having somebody realize that you have a disability allows them to understand the severity of something and take it seriously, because a lot of people don't take it seriously. A lot of people don't take autism seriously because some people arrogantly think that autism is something that children have or something that you can grow out of, which is completely bogus. But what I'm trying to say is that when you have a disability and people register that it's a disability, they start to understand it a bit more and they'll give you that help and support that you so greatly need in that situation. But anyway, I just wanted to put this out there that autism is a disability, and if anybody tells you autism is not a disability, they have no idea what they're talking about. So guys, let me know in a comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.